My name is Dan. Normally you would see Morning Q Live.
Yes.
That has been preempted. I feel important when you say preempted. This is a 3-hour Great Outdoors with Dan show. My name is Dan Hughes.
Hi.
Here is my buddy. How are you, Janine?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. And Janine brings us our today's special value, which we will revisit.
Yes.
Best-selling bliss chair we've ever had, now at a better price than ever before.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about something called Upsy-Daisy.
Right.
We're getting into bigger and bigger pots.
Yep, the cylinder type
For
pots,
even
yep.
the smallest of plants. And quite frankly, they are cavernous and you wind up spending a lot of money.
You sure
That's
do.
wasted. The old adage, it's cheap as dirt, was apparently not written by somebody who ever went to the home center to buy dirt lately.
Exactly.
Because potting soil is more expensive than ever before.
It is.
So these are designed to go into your bigger pots.
That's right.
Meaning you've got to fill less up, they're more portable,
Yep.
you save money.
So what's great about the Upsy-Daisy, first of all, is that it's going to save you money, time, and it's going to save soil. Because like Dan just said, cheap as dirt is no longer the case.
Right.
If you've seen the price of soil, you know it's going up. But what also is great is you don't
Because they don't make any more of it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
There you go. And you don't need any more heavy fillers at the bottom. Rocks are heavy.
Right.
That means your planter's not going to be portable. That means you're going to break your back to move it. But again, it's just a lot of waste. The other thing the Upsy-Daisies are going to do, and then I'll tell you the sizes, is they're going to prevent root rot, okay? Because they have lots of drainage holes in here. They're going to prevent root rot. But another thing they're going to do is they're going to prevent root overgrowth. Because a lot of times when you put a plant in a larger planter and you use too much soil, it spends all of its time growing roots, your plant, instead of
coming
growing
out.
tops.
That's exactly right.
And we want the beautiful tops. So set it to 12-inch, Dan.
Yep.
And the 12-inch, excuse me, they're going to be for planters that are 14 to 16 inches.
That's your bigger planters,
Yeah.
like the one that we've got here.
Exactly.
And we did a little cutaway on this one so you could see where it works.
Yeah.
Then you're also going to get two
14.
of the 14
so
inches.
You're going to get two larger ones right there in the back you see, and they are going to be for planters 18 to 20 inches.
Great.
So here's the thing, we're using larger planters. They're very decorative. We're doing container gardening, which is very popular now. But here's what's happening, okay? If we can get a shot of this in the front, what you'll see is that this is, we did a cutaway, you know, we cut out a portion of this planter so that you can see. Check this out. I mean, look how much soil you're saving, first of all. So again, you're saving about half the soil here. We've lightened the load, so now that you can move this around. You got to bring those fig and lemon trees in, all those fruit trees. You can move them in now when after summertime when the temperature drops. But you would waste all your money down there on the bottom when you don't need to, and you would make your load really
and
heavy.
Janine, every point you made is important.
Exactly.
But here's another factor.
Sure.
If you understand the way plants grow, the bigger the pot you put a plant into, usually the bigger the plant will eventually become.
Exactly.
But the first priority of a plant is to sustain its root system.
You got it.
So if I put something like this, just simple marigolds, in a big, big pot, and I fill that completely full of dirt, it's going to use all of its energy trying to get its root system to go so far into the soil instead of me seeing marigolds popping up on the top.
You're right.
So here's a classic example. This one marigold, I can fill this big planter with it by actually putting less soil in. And that's exactly what the Upsy-Daisy does.
And just like Dan's showing you right there, you put your finger in the center and you kind of hook your finger in there. That's how you're going to take it in and out. And then what you get, Dan, is that airtight seal, so you know that you can put the soil right on top. You have plenty of drainage holes. And I actually want to just show you a little demo here where in the front, okay, we have the same 3 planters up on the table as we do on the bottom. None of them have Upsy-Daisies, and look how much soil. We filled it to the top using about almost an entire bag for the 2 bigger ones and about 3/4 for the other. But I want to show you now, we have the Upsy-Daisy in each one. I'm just going to take these plants out to show you. So we have the Upsy-Daisy in here, and here's my bag of soil. My bag of soil next here. Okay, now I'm using the Upsy-Daisy, which is great because saving half, you know, you're saving soil, you're saving time, and you're saving money.
And it's also, again, it's better for your plants.
Yeah. So let me just take this up so I can see where I am.
All right.
There you go. So here you can see.
I
know, right? There's just something
the scent
about
of fresh dirt.
I know, digging in the dirt, getting down the nature.
Why do they not make a Febreze?
Okay, but I do.
Or a plug-in wall unit that just smells like dirt.
There you go. There you go. So I just want to show you. So right there, and I'm just going to act like I'm planning this up.
Okay.
Okay, but here you go. So I didn't use look how much soil. So
No, you just
I
saved
still have
half a bag
more
left.
than half a bag left.
agree.
So I can go over to this one.
And those drainage holes are really important because that's going to give you appropriate drainage.
Yep.
Again, we're going bigger and bigger on our pots, and that isn't necessarily better for our plants. It's also not better for our backs.
Right.
Because if you're moving your plants around, you just added twice as much weight to the pot, and you don't need to do that.
You really don't.
You know, there's nothing that's going to make that pot blow away.
Yep.
So I think it's a brilliant idea. People are picking them up in multiples. You get 4 of them. 2 of them are the 12-inch. We happen to be using the 14-inch for the bigger pot right here. But anything that you plant, all my herb gardens are done in pots.
Listen.
Because I don't want grubs and snails and bunny rabbits all over my.
Easy access for you,
I
right?
agree.
It makes it easier.
And
So-
I plant everything up and I put them on higher tables so I don't have to bend over.
And I'm just going to come in just a little bit to show you. Okay, here I am on my 3rd pot, using the Upsy-Daisy. Now the ones in front, by the way, on the bottom, sitting on the floor, each of those don't have an Upsy-Daisy. We use way more soil.
Do you use
And-
basically a bag per pot on the ones in the front?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically a bag per pot. So check it out. I've just filled up 3 pots with one bag of soil because the Upsy-Daisy, and I'm getting right to the rim where I want to get.
Sure.
And the Upsy-Daisy just saved me time, it saved me money, but more importantly as well, it saved me soil.
And we're going to pretend we planted that
Yeah, it's preventing root rot,
Right.
and it's also preventing root overgrowth so you have better tops. But isn't that amazing? Now, here's the other thing. If I come down here to pick this one up that's full of soil.
Yeah, but be careful with your back.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to weigh.
really heavy.
It's going to weigh almost twice as much.
And then I have to walk it in, whereas here's
Right.
the Upsy-Daisy, really lightens the load, and that's
Okay.
really important to bring
Again,
your plants in.
Do you mind if I pop this out?
Please do.
All right, come on. I want to show you something about roots on a plant.
Sure.
Okay, look at how tall the plant is.
Yeah.
The roots are going to be, on a plant like this, equal to whatever you see above ground or 2 to 3 times bigger.
Right.
That's not quite root bound. That's actually a healthy plant. But if I plant this in too much soil, in other words, if I had this entire pot full of soil, this plant would concentrate its growth underneath the ground to attempt to spread that root ball out as big as it could potentially get.
Exactly.
Which means I'm not going to have as many marigolds on the top and I'm not going to be able to see it.
I have to tell you, in all my years, I've been at QVC for 14 years now
Right.
in the garden, and this is by far one of the best products I've come across. And here's the reason too.
It's
a lifesaver.
It's science.
It really
and it's
is.
common sense.
Yeah,
I agree.
and it just makes your life easier when you're out in the garden. So again, you put your finger right in here in that center hole.
Right.
You push it right down. I'll show you on this one. So you can take it out that way, and then you put it in that way, and then again, look at this. It creates a nice tight seal, okay? And here's the thing: you're saving all that soil, time, and money. And you can pop plants, by the way, if you have like a baby shower or a wedding shower,
Right.
and you don't want to plant them that day, you can put them on the top like I did here.
Oh, just leave them in the pot?
Until you plant, no, but until you get to planting them, and they're a beautiful display.
We've had over 600 that have been ordered. You get the 2 12-inch, the 2 14-inch. More of them just arrived into our inventory.
Yeah.
These are new this season. $23.96 brings them to you. Shipping and handling, inexpensive $5.50. We even have easy pay on these. Coming up, Janine, you're coming back.
Shortly.
We're going to talk
Yeah,
about
like
our
20
today's
minutes.
special value. What, about 20 minutes from now? Oh, less than 10. Less than 10. This is the Bliss Hammock, extra large. Over 700,000. Bliss chairs have been purchased here at QVC. Isn't that amazing? And over 100,000 of them have been the extra large. We are now making this available in the best price that we have ever offered them at. That today's special value price is good for 1 day and 1 day only. And we have them now in colors that we've never offered before. We'll do all of that as we continue. I need to update you on our American Pride. This is our 1 day only purchase price. We start our show with 2,500 of our American Pride tangle-free flagpoles with American flags, and we now have 800